welcome back to Life in Focus. In today's video, I'll be talking to you about the novel that I have been reading, Tess of Durbeyfield by Thomas Hardy, and I'll be talking to you through a feminist perspective. Sorry guys. So Tess of Durbeyfield is a novel about pushing boundaries on what women can or can't do, and it reminds me that women's life hasn't changed at all in terms of what they should and shouldn't do compared to women, and this novel sets the scene of what Thomas Hardy is trying to portray. And it's not just about a love story, it's pushing boundaries on being equal to men, really. So if you haven't read the book, Tess of Durbeyfield is a poor young girl coming from a rural family background, and she learns that she comes from a noble family called the Durbeyfield. Her name has been Anglicized to Durbeyfield, and her noble name, her noble family name is Durbeyfield. And what stood out for me the most was that the name sounds similar. One is Anglicized and one has French origins. So in terms of Tess's name, Tess's dad believes that the Durbeyfield name, the Anglicized version, is a corrupted version of the noble Durbeyfield, and he felt that the Durbeyfield, the French version, is more fancy and more powerful and more noble, and he thought that it will give his family wealth and power. But in Victorian society, does your name really hold power and wealth just because it sounds nice? So yeah, let me know what you think. Tess was forced by her father to go to this noble family to find out the wealth of what they could have, and I'm not telling you whether she's got this wealth because that will just spoil everything, but it shows that Tess didn't have a say in what she can or can't do. She wanted to be a teacher, but that kind of ruined everything when her father sent her to this place to find out about her noble family. So when she goes to this Durbeyfield noble family, she meets Alec of Durbeyfield, and they strike up a conversation and they have a sexual relationship. And he's one of those guys or men who tries to claim Tess and claims her as his property, because back in the day, women was thought to be men's property, and even in today's society, women still holds the man's surname. So yeah, so this passage tells you that he claims her as his property. And the second guy that she meets is Angel Clare, and he's a really good guy, so we think he is, but he saw her imperfections because he sees her as this pure and innocent girl that he can claim, and there's a hypocrisy in there because he's that kind of guy who can do whatever he wants without any consequences. And I think that in today's society, boys will be boys statement still applies in the 21st century. And I think this passage tells you that. So I just think that is double standards, really. So it's not fair, to be honest. So all in all, Alec Durbeyfield is arrogant and just a horrible guy, and Angel Clare has this harmful belief of purity and innocence, and when he doesn't see that in Tess, he doesn't want her. So even in today's world, women are blamed for their actions, whereas men are excused. And do you really think that times have changed, even though this book has been written hundreds of years ago? This passage is very chilling because Hardy suggests the fate or society plays a cruel game on women's lives, but is it really fate, or is that the reality that women are more punished than men in terms of bad behavior? So this is the end of the video. So this made me feel angry, sad and frustrated because it reminded me that women had to fight for what they believe in and fight for our rights. And yeah, so Tess of Durbeyfield really reminded me of that. And even though this book was made hundreds of years ago, I think there's still a little bit of trying to get girl power status to be equal to men. I think we see it to this day. And so what do you think about Tess of Durbeyfield's? Is she a victim? Is she a fighter? Or is she in between? Let me know in the comment section and let's discuss this book. So yeah, I hope you like my video. If you like my video, please comment, subscribe and like.